Hey, this would be a video chart on MFLI. Very nice looking chart here, and after today's action, you can see volume starting to creep back up here. Biggest volume it's had in well over 2 or 3 weeks. And besides the volume, you can see that the price has been creeping up on relatively low volume. So interesting chart, and we'll see kind of what happens tomorrow and then next week. But it's definitely been making progress all of this week. You can see all 4 days this week have been green so far, and unless you're a short, I'm sure you're always pleased with green days. So what I want to do is just go over some supports and resistance levels, and that way, by mapping out the chart, everybody should have an idea of what's going on and what you want to see happen from a technical analysis perspective. So the first thing I want to start off with is just the support levels. There's kind of two that stick out in my mind. One being an ideal support level, meaning that's the level where ideally you'd like to see it hold, but if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. And then the other level would be kind of the must hold one, where if this move right here is genuinely strong, then the other support should be able to hold. So first we'll just map out the ideal one, and that one's going to be right here at the James Bond level, 007. You can see, actually let me change this to green and then I'll show where this level is coming from. But if we look back here, actually let me move this down some, there we go. If we look back here through the history of the chart, you can see that 3 days here acted as support, another 3 days here acted as support, and then when the price did fall below it, it became resistance. And you can see right here, the price knocked it down and then eventually went down lower. But now that the price is back above James Bond 007 over here, this has become a support level once again. And like I said, ideally, if the lowest it came down was right here before heading back up, that would make the chart look very solid. Now, on the same note, if the price does fall through it, like I said, don't go jumping out of any windows. The chart, is still hanging in there, but the must-hold level is going to be right at these areas of the two moving averages right here, which is valued at 0.006. So 0.006 is really going to be the key level that will kind of determine whether or not this is a genuinely strong move. The reason being, even if it came all the way down here and bounced around before heading back up, the set of lows, which would obviously be right here, are higher than these previous set of lows down here, and then that would ultimately give us the ability to draw an uptrend line. And like I said at the beginning, unless you're a short, these uptrend lines are what the name of the game is and what you want to see happen from a technical perspective. So 007, ideal support level. 006 would be the must-hold support. Now in terms of resistance levels, this one's pretty easy to see. You can see right here that this purple line is the 50-day simple moving average, and that is exactly where that got knocked down by the price. Nothing to freak out about. The 50-day along with the 200-day, which is way up here, are the two moving averages that really act kind of as a pain in the neck of a lot of the stocks, just because there is kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy behind them. So because this was supposed to act as a resistance, it did. But the good news is if the levels can be broken, then they can usually produce some pretty nice upwards moves. So really the next move after this 50-day simple moving average is not going to be up here until right around a penny. And this is just simply coming from, you can see that there's been some previous history with a penny, and it's also always a psychological level anyways. So regardless of whether or not there's been price action around it before, the penny area is still always going to be one just from a psychological standpoint. So that is where the chart currently stands. Just one more time in a nutshell, 007 is ideal, 006 is going to be the must-hold support levels, and the first obstacle to get above now is going to be this 50-day simple moving average, and then you'll have a penny up here, which will also be another key resistance area. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety sent for everybody. It is all free. We've been making some good money on our alerts, so I'd encourage you to head to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was MFLI. Thanks for listening.